О, здравствуй.
Hello everyone, welcome to Braden Consulting office.
I'm gonna use this opportunity to use my free consultation.
Oh yes, sure.
Question for me,
Yeah.
about me. How can I get a residency permanent? Yeah, but listen, my backstory. Well, you might actually know, but we've talked before. But I'm Russian who doesn't have a Russian passport, never had. My roots are in Russia and was born in Soviet Union. I have relatives in Russia. That's my story. I speak language in a way that I could get a pass test easily. I would like not to have a visa because I travel here so much. I shouldn't. Yeah. But what is my case? What do you think?
Well, in your case, unfortunately, we cannot use your, your relatives, right?
But there was a thing about it was about citizenship.
Well, unfortunately, we cannot use your background. I mean, your USSR background. So we used to have this legal ground. If you had your, mother or like grandparents who used to live here and they were registered here, then you could apply for the permanent residence permit first on this legal ground.
Even though they lived here like tens of years ago, right? And in Soviet Union, not Russia. I could
in Russian Soviet Union, SSSR. And then you could apply, you could pass the Russian native speaker exam and on this legal ground apply for the permanent residence permit. Unfortunately, they canceled this legal ground on October last year. So here I just right now you've got two options. The very first one is quota, because there's a special.
But Michael, I don't live here, right? I travel here as a technically. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You may, any foreign citizen with any type of visa can apply for a quota, and there's a special box in this application where you can describe your background, your future goals in Russia, and I'm more than sure that they will eventually give you this quota.
So there's
having your background.
I cannot go I'm not in a special position.
Right now, no. Right now, no. Yeah.
But I have a ace in my hand. I have a beautiful Russian wife. Does that affect my destiny?
For sure, of course. Since you're married to a Russian citizen, this is one of the legal grounds for a simplified procedure on getting the temporary residence permit. So your marriage certificate is the legal basis. There's a draft law that says that you have to be married for at least 2 years before you can apply for the temporary residence permit on the ground of marriage. However, right now with the current law, you can, if you would be married, like let's say for 1 year, you could apply for the temporary residence permit. Since you're married to a Russian citizen, you can get a 1-year family visa. So that means that you have time to calmly collect and prepare the documents for the temporary residence permit. Normally we need around 2, 3 months, 4 months to collect and prepare all the documents.
So you're saying that I'm able to get a temporary residence permit from Russia?
That's right.
100%.
100%.
Do I need your services to get it through? Like, or is it so simple that I can do it myself?
Yeah, sure, you need our services so not to have any stress and headache, because the idea is that we accompany our clients starting from the scratch. The collection of documents is vital. It's so important because the main task of the migration authorities is to deny, is to refuse, while we're trying to submit the ready-made package of documents. Because if they accept them, right, after 4 months you'll get your residency. That's why they're very, suspicious. They try to find errors, little typos in different documents. For example, like in notarized translation of your, passport and let's say diploma, if you would be a student. That's why you need lawyers, guys. You need us. So we start with the collection of the documents, right? In our work group chat, we'll accompany you. Go there, just get this document, etc., etc. For example, police clearance certificate, as you may know, is only valid for 3 months, starting from the date of its issuance, and it has to be apostilled. So all of these nuances we will just have our group chat, and you will see how to actually get everything and prepare these documents as well. One of the needed documents is the certificate of passing Russian language, history, and legislation. If you would have a common child, Russian child, then you could apply right away for a permanent residence permit without a need of passing this exam.
Even though you technically live and physically live, not technically, physically live elsewhere.
It's a good question, actually. So let's imagine that you've got your family visa. You've got your temporary registration, right? Let's say in Moscow, at the same region as your wife. Then, when we submit the documents for the temporary residence permit, migration authority accepts them. Then there is a 4 months of consideration period. So basically, after 4 months, you'll get your temporary residence permit. But during this period, the local police officer, he or she may visit the place of your registration. That's totally possible. That's okay. Of course, you're free to travel during this consideration period as well. But they may visit your apartment, because they need to be sure that the information in your application is correct, that your registration is valid.
But what about the situation where in Russia very often you live, if you're renting a place, you don't actually you have to officially be registered to that.
Of course, you have to officially,
And if you didn't know that, a lot of times in Russia you rent an apartment, but officially you kind of don't, because the owner just it's a illegal money transaction, but it's like 99% probably in Russia that it's like that.
Yeah, let's talk about this topic as well. There's a huge black market with these registrations, so please don't use third parties to get your registration. A registration is just a piece of paper with stamps and signatures, and
You need the apartment owner to do it.
you can be registered by a hotel or hostel. They're obliged to make the temporary registration when you check in, or by the landlord, by the owner of the apartment. So our advice is before renting apartment, just be sure that the owner will eventually make you this registration.
That's probably the biggest problem in this whole process.
When you arrive in Russia, you have 7 business days to make this registration. And the fine, so let's say you rent some place, right? You're asking your landlord, please let's go to the MVD or MFT and let's make the registration. You can also make it online through Gosuslugi website. But if he or she refuses to do that, well, there is no pressure on them, actually.
Yeah.
You can just go to the court. The only thing is the administrative fine, which is 5,000 rubles, and that's it. So that's why it's just better to to be sure that they will eventually register you. And please don't ask any third parties to make you a registration, because they may give you.
Can I make the registration myself? No.
Well,
Because it has to be the one who owns the apartment.
right now you can do it through online Gosuslugi website. But if let's say if the owner doesn't agree, right, to register you, then he or she can cancel it. So it's a mutual thing.
That's really for real. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. Anyway, any hotel or hostel must register you.
So guys, I think we might be following a new series that Igor is trying to get a temporary residence permit. Let's see if it happens. I'm gonna make an own playlist for that. All right, Michael, it's really nice to finally meet you, because we've seen each other with the two squares on the but actually feels like I know you. So thanks a lot for receiving me, and I hope to continue work with you guys. If you need support with the visas and stuff, there's a link in this video and all of my videos. You can use it, and that's the form. You can reach Michael and you can ask some questions. What's the waiting time to get an answer usually?
My team, tries to do it as soon as possible. So we'll just send you the first message, and then we will appoint our consultation. Sure.
All right, so use that, and I'm gonna continue from this Moscow new region for me, new explorations. Thanks a lot for receiving me. Thanks for the coffee, and bye-bye from Moscow.
Bye, guys. I'll see you here in Moscow. You good? Do you have allergy? Any allergies?
No.
No. So here we go. This is honey for you from Brady Consulting.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Мед гречичный. На гречичный.
Buckwheat. It's buckwheat. Yeah.
Wow.
This,
Wow.
normal one. Okay.
So this is, thank you so much.
Sure.
Today we're drinking tea with honey.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah. Traditional Russian way.